Here we go with another of these. Here's a parcel. Let's see what's in it. Like Christmas every day here. Well, it can't be that big. It can't be a Rotel 240. Is it one of those baby Midlands? What's a Midland? $77,099 with the wrong screws. But he's got a power lead. Okay, having taken the lids off with the wrong screws and putting a new microphone to it, it's got a shortish power lead but long enough for most people. I'll ask the customer what they want me to do about that. We'll go and check the transmit. The transmit is doing 2.5 watts. Mind you, it would help if I selected channel 20. These have the little foigle that they come on channel 9, which can be frustrating for some people. 2779101. I'll just check that it actually receives. And the answer is no, it doesn't. It's deaf as a post. I've got the signal generator on absolute full for that to receive anything. So we'll start with the transmitter and worry about the receiver later. Right, we don't have a full manual for the Midland 77099, but we do have what was no doubt provided in the handbook which came with the SEN. That's the circuits and the layouts, and with that I have a chart of what needs adjusting. So we'll start on the transmitter. It's quite clear that they're the VCO, but we don't have the setup instructions, so sets in lock. We'll go for L210, which is the first transmitter on there, and as I said earlier, the radio is doing about just over 2 watts. So we'll just see what we can gain. That's a slight gain. 209. I'll start again. L210 moving to L209. Moving to L208. That's taking us to the next scale. The Marconi radio test set that I'm using has 2 scales for the power meter. It has 0 to 3 watts and then the 0 to 30 watt range. So we've now gone out of the 3 watt scale and we've moved over now to the 30 watt scale, and we're now getting 3.2, so we're getting there. And as I've said many times before, these are real watts and not good buddy pretend watts. And when we move on to L20, that doesn't have a core, so I don't think it has a core anyway. Nope. And then so the final one is L207. It's melted the wax in the final one. There we go. Just backtrack on that one. Right, that's doing about 3.5 watts on here, which is probably more than 5 on a cheap power meter. So there we go. That is the transmit aligned. Now, there isn't a power meter or an S meter on this radio, so the only thing left to do on transmit is to check that it's on frequency. Should be 27.79125. It's 27.79104, which is slightly low, and that's always to be expected as they drop with age. So just pull that up and get a bit with CT1, which is the trimmer for that. 117. They're always quite fiddly to adjust. That's now overshot it at 136. It's going both sides of where we want it to be. 128, that'll do nicely. And finally, we need to just check the deviation. So we'll just get the little oscillator out. That actually reads spot on at 2.5 maximum. Actually slightly high on the whistle test. And I've got no notes as to which preset is which. Oh, here we go. We'll see if it's 101. No. We'll see whether it's 104. It is 104. That's sorted that out. So I'll make a note now on the chart. To be honest, I think I've only seen one of these once before, and you know, we've been doing this for like ever, and you'd expect me to have seen loads of these sets. What I have seen, they've just come in with dry joints. So that's deviation is 104, and so presumably the final preset will be high-low power. So we'll just switch to low power. The switch is at the back on these sets. There's a little slide switch between 0.4 watts and 0.4. So that's doing 0.2 in a bit. So we'll just go for that preset there. Oh. Right, just to confuse me, where I thought that was in the circuit RV103, I expected that to be high-low, the low power setting. Well, it isn't. It's transmit power general. So I've just set that so we're as near to 4 watts as we can be. I'll just see what we actually are. It's just smidging away about 3.6. So low power is slightly low, and it appears to be not adjustable on this type of circuit. Unfortunately, the trouble is the circuit diagram is a copy of a copy, and it's not legible enough to go into detail with. So there we are. That's now spot on. I'll just have a quick listen on my monitor receiver here. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3 4 5. That sounds nice and crisp. Right, we'll find out what's wrong with the receiver because it's as deaf as a post.